Welcome! In today's video, we will delve into the intricate world of listening skills, a vital aspect of effective communication. Stay tuned as we explore the definition, importance, types, and barriers to listening skills. Listening, in its nuanced essence, transcends the mere act of hearing auditory stimuli. It constitutes a sophisticated cognitive and emotional process that involves the reception, interpretation, and response to spoken or nonverbal messages. The capacity to listen effectively is characterized by an individual's ability to not only register the words communicated but also to comprehend the underlying emotions, nuances, and intentions imbued within the discourse. At its core, listening entails a receptive engagement with the speaker's message, requiring a synthesis of auditory perception, cognitive processing, and emotional intelligence. This multifaceted skill extends beyond the surface-level reception of sounds, incorporating a profound understanding of the conveyed information and the ability to discern the unspoken layers of meaning. In both interpersonal and professional contexts, listening serves as a linchpin for effective communication. It is the conduit through which ideas are exchanged, perspectives are understood, and connections are forged. Beyond the mechanical act of hearing, true listening involves an active and empathetic involvement with the speaker, creating a dynamic interplay between the conveyor and the recipient of information. In academic and research settings, listening assumes a paramount role in knowledge acquisition and comprehension. Whether in the lecture hall, during scholarly discussions, or while conducting interviews, the art of listening becomes a fundamental tool for assimilating information, discerning nuances, and engaging with intellectual discourse. Listening is not a passive reception of sound but a dynamic and intricate process that encompasses cognitive acuity, emotional receptivity, and an active engagement with the communicated message. It is the cornerstone of effective communication, a skill that transcends the auditory realm and permeates the fabric of meaningful human interaction. Now, let's discuss the importance of listening skills. Facilitating understanding. Listening serves as the gateway to understanding, transcending the superficial reception of words. Comprehensive comprehension. Effective listening involves not just hearing but actively processing information, allowing for a comprehensive understanding of the speaker's message. Nuanced interpretation. Nuances, emotions, and contextual cues embedded within the spoken words are discerned through attentive listening, contributing to a more profound interpretation of the communication, fostering relationship dynamics. Listening skills form the bedrock of successful interpersonal relationships, nurturing bonds and enhancing mutual respect. Building trust. Attentive listening fosters trust by signaling genuine interest and concern for the perspectives and feelings of others. Conflict resolution. In conflict-laden situations, adept listening becomes a catalyst for resolution, providing a platform for empathetic understanding and collaborative problem-solving. Contributing to professional success. In the professional arena, listening skills are instrumental in achieving organizational goals, fostering teamwork, and advancing individual careers. Effective leadership. Leaders who exhibit strong listening skills inspire trust, facilitate open communication, and demonstrate an appreciation for diverse viewpoints. Enhance team dynamics. Within teams, effective listening promotes a collaborative environment where ideas are freely exchanged and collective intelligence is harnessed for innovation. Academic excellence. In academic pursuits, listening skills are integral to knowledge acquisition, critical thinking, and academic success. Active learning. Attentive listening in educational settings facilitates active learning, enabling students to grasp complex concepts and engage meaningfully with course content. Participation and contribution. Effective listening empowers students to participate in discussions, contribute thoughtfully, and engage in intellectual discourse, enriching the academic environment. Now, let's explore the different types of listening skills. Listening skills, intricate and multifaceted, manifest in various modes, each tailored to distinct purposes and contexts. Now, let's delve into the diverse modes of listening, elucidating their characteristics, applications, and contributions to effective communication. Discriminative listening. Discriminative listening involves the ability to discern and interpret sounds, tones, and variations in speech. Characteristics. Focuses on auditory perception. Fundamental for language acquisition. Enables recognition of subtle nuances in pronunciation and intonation. Application. Language learners often employ discriminative listening to enhance their pronunciation and comprehension skills. Informative listening. Informative listening centers around extracting essential information from verbal communication. Characteristics. Emphasizes understanding and retaining factual details. Common in academic and professional settings. Requires concentration on key points and details. Application. Students use informative listening during lectures to grasp and retain subject matter. Critical listening. Critical listening involves evaluating and analyzing information, discerning underlying meanings, biases, and logical consistency. Characteristics. Requires active cognitive engagement. Involves questioning and assessing the validity of information. Common in academic, research, and decision-making contexts. Application. Critical listening is paramount in assessing the credibility of sources, forming informed opinions, and engaging in analytical discourse. Therapeutic listening. Therapeutic listening focuses on understanding and empathizing with the emotions and experiences conveyed by the speaker. Characteristics. Emphasis on emotional intelligence. Involves providing a supportive and empathetic response. Common in counseling, therapy, and interpersonal relationships. Application. Therapists utilize therapeutic listening to create a safe space for individuals to express their emotions and concerns. Appreciative listening. Appreciative listening involves enjoying and deriving pleasure from the auditory experience, such as music, poetry, or storytelling. Characteristics. Emphasis on emotional and aesthetic enjoyment. Focuses on the sensory and emotional impact of the content. Common in leisure and recreational activities. Application. Individuals engage in appreciative listening during cultural events, performances, or while consuming artistic content. Empathetic listening. Empathetic listening centers around understanding and connecting with the speaker's emotions, fostering a sense of shared experience. Characteristics. Involves tuning into the speaker's feelings and perspectives. Requires validating the speaker's emotions. Common in supportive and interpersonal relationships. Application. Friends, family members, and colleagues employ empathetic listening to provide emotional support and strengthen relationships. Comprehensive listening. Comprehensive listening integrates various listening modes to gain a holistic understanding of complex messages. Characteristics. Involves combining discriminative, informative, critical, and empathetic listening. Adaptable to diverse communication contexts. Enhances overall communication effectiveness. Application. Comprehensive listening is valuable in situations that require a nuanced understanding, such as academic discussions, negotiations, or complex problem-solving scenarios. The diverse modes of listening skills cater to a spectrum of communicative needs, each playing a unique role in enhancing understanding, connection, and the overall quality of interpersonal interactions. Recognizing and honing these modes empower individuals to navigate the intricate landscape of communication with finesse and efficacy. Let's look into the traits of good listener. Patience. Good listeners exhibit patience, allowing speakers to express themselves fully without interruptions. They understand the value of giving the speaker the necessary time to articulate thoughts and convey messages at their own pace. Empathy. Adept listeners cultivate a strong sense of empathy, enabling them to connect emotionally with the speaker. They strive to understand not only the words spoken but also the underlying emotions, perspectives, and experiences. Open-mindedness. Good listeners approach conversations with an open mind, devoid of preconceived notions or biases. They embrace diverse perspectives and are willing to consider alternative viewpoints, fostering a culture of inclusivity. Nonverbal cues. Adept listeners employ affirmative nonverbal cues, such as maintaining eye contact, nodding, and using appropriate facial expressions. These cues signal to the speaker that they are actively engaged and their message is being received with interest. Reflective responses. Good listeners provide reflective responses, summarizing or paraphrasing what they have heard to ensure accurate comprehension. This practice not only demonstrates understanding but also validates the speaker's thoughts and feelings. Adaptability. Adept listeners are adaptable and can adjust their listening approach based on the context and the needs of the speaker. They recognize that effective listening may vary in different situations, from casual conversations to more formal settings. Feedback. Good listeners provide constructive feedback, offering insights or asking clarifying questions to enhance understanding. They contribute to a dynamic exchange by actively participating in the dialogue without dominating the conversation. Respect. A fundamental trait of adept listeners is respect for the speaker's opinions, even if they differ from their own. They create an atmosphere where individuals feel heard, valued, and free to express themselves without judgment. Curiosity. A strong sense of curiosity drives good listeners to seek deeper understanding and ask thoughtful questions. They demonstrate a genuine interest in the speaker's thoughts, encouraging a more thorough exploration of ideas. Focused attention. Adept listeners maintain focused attention on the speaker, avoiding distractions and demonstrating a commitment to the conversation. They prioritize the communication at hand, recognizing its importance in building rapport and fostering connections. Let's observe the do's and don'ts of effective listening. First, focus on the do's of effective listening. Maintain eye contact. Establish and maintain eye contact to convey attentiveness and engagement. Provide feedback. Offer verbal or nonverbal cues, such as nodding, to indicate understanding and encouragement. Reflective responses. Summarize or paraphrase the speaker's message to confirm understanding and show active listening. Ask clarifying questions. Seek clarification on ambiguous points to ensure a comprehensive understanding of the message. Empathize. Demonstrate empathy by acknowledging and validating the speaker's emotions and experiences. Open-mindedness. Approach conversations with an open mind, willing to consider diverse perspectives. Take notes. When appropriate, take notes to capture key points and demonstrate commitment to understanding. Respectful silence. Allow for moments of thoughtful silence, giving the speaker space to articulate their thoughts. Paraphrasing. Repeat or rephrase key points to confirm understanding and convey active engagement. Now, let's focus on the don'ts of effective listening. Avoid distractions. Refrain from distractions such as checking phones or allowing your mind to wander during conversations. Interrupting. Resist the urge to interrupt the speaker, allowing them to express their thoughts without disruption. Jumping to conclusions. Avoid making premature judgments or assumptions before fully understanding the speaker's perspective. Daydreaming. Stay mentally present and focused, avoiding mental distractions that may hinder attentive listening. Judgmental body language. Avoid negative body language, such as eye-rolling or crossed arms, that may convey judgment or disapproval. Providing solutions too soon. Resist the urge to jump to solutions before fully understanding the speaker's concerns. Selective listening. Refrain from selectively focusing on specific details while ignoring the broader message. Daydreaming. Stay mentally present and focused, avoiding mental distractions that may hinder attentive listening. Overtalking. Avoid dominating the conversation. Allow sufficient time for the speaker to express themselves. There are certain hurdles and barriers to come across and overcome to gain effective listening skills. Physical distractions. One of the primary barriers to effective listening lies in external factors, often manifesting as physical distractions. Noisy environments, uncomfortable seating arrangements, or a cluttered atmosphere can divert attention away from the speaker's message. To overcome this barrier, individuals must proactively choose conducive environments, utilize noise-cancelling devices, and eliminate unnecessary physical distractions. Mental distractions. Internal factors, such as personal concerns, stress, or preoccupation with other thoughts, pose significant obstacles to focused listening. The mind's tendency to wander can hinder the absorption of information. To mitigate mental distractions, individuals should practice mindfulness, prioritize and address personal concerns separately, and actively redirect their focus to the speaker during conversations. Selective listening. The inclination towards selective listening, where only specific aspects of a message are attended to, represents a common barrier. This can result in a fragmented understanding of the overall message. Counteracting this barrier involves consciously striving to listen comprehensively, taking comprehensive notes, and resisting the temptation to filter out certain details. Judgment and preconceptions. Pre-existing biases, stereotypes, or judgments about the speaker or topic can distort understanding and hinder empathetic listening. Cultivating awareness of these biases is crucial. A conscious effort to suspend judgment, approach conversations with an open mind, and actively seek to understand diverse perspectives can help overcome this barrier. Information overload. In an era of constant information bombardment, individuals may experience information overload, making it challenging to process and retain key details. Prioritizing information, seeking clarification on complex points, and breaking down information into manageable segments are strategies to combat this barrier. Rapid thought response. The habit of formulating responses in one's mind while the speaker is still talking impedes full comprehension. To address this, individuals should practice mindful listening, focus on understanding the speaker's message before formulating a response, and allow for pauses in conversation. Lack of empathy. Empathy is a cornerstone of effective listening, and its absence represents a significant barrier. To overcome this, individuals should actively cultivate empathy, trying to understand the speaker's perspective, validating their emotions, and expressing empathy through both verbal and nonverbal cues. Overemphasis on technicalities. Focusing excessively on technical details or jargon may lead to missing the broader context or main message. Combating this barrier involves encouraging speakers to use accessible language, seeking clarification on technical terms, and striving to understand the overarching message. External time pressures. When time constraints exist, individuals may feel compelled to rush the listening process. Prioritizing effective communication, allocating sufficient time for important conversations, and communicating time constraints transparently are essential strategies to navigate this barrier. There are certain nonverbal techniques for indicating attentive listening. Effective communication extends beyond verbal expression, encompassing a rich tapestry of nonverbal cues that significantly contribute to the quality of interaction. Attentive listening, a cornerstone of effective communication, involves not only hearing words but also understanding the nuances, emotions, and intentions conveyed by the speaker. Nonverbal techniques play a pivotal role in signaling active engagement and creating an environment conducive to meaningful dialogue. In this essay, we explore various nonverbal techniques for attentive listening, examining their descriptions, purposes, and their collective impact on fostering positive communicative dynamics. Eye contact. Maintaining steady eye contact with the speaker is a fundamental nonverbal technique that conveys a profound sense of interest, engagement, and a dedicated focus on the speaker. The eyes serve as windows to one's attentiveness, establishing a visual connection that goes beyond the mere reception of words. Effective eye contact cultivates an atmosphere of sincerity and underscores the importance attributed to the speaker's message. Nodding. The subtle act of periodically nodding the head in agreement or acknowledgement serves as a powerful nonverbal cue in the realm of attentive listening. This action signals active engagement and understanding without resorting to verbal interruptions. Nodding creates a rhythm of positive reinforcement, assuring the speaker that their words are being received and acknowledged, thereby encouraging a continuous flow of communication. Facial expressions. The intricate canvas of facial expressions becomes a conduit for reflecting the speaker's emotions and conveying empathy. A well-timed smile, a furrowed brow, or a raised eyebrow all contribute to enhancing the emotional connection and understanding of the speaker's message. Facial expressions transcend linguistic barriers, adding depth to the communicative exchange by amplifying the emotional nuances embedded within the spoken words. Posture. The adoption of an open and upright posture, facing the speaker directly, is a visual manifestation of attentiveness, receptivity, and a genuine willingness to engage in the conversation. Posture communicates a sense of respect and active participation, contributing to the creation of a dynamic space where ideas can be freely exchanged and mutual understanding can flourish. Leaning forward. Leaning slightly forward during a conversation signifies a heightened level of interest and engagement. This nonverbal gesture conveys a sense of involvement and active participation in the discussion, dispelling any notions of detachment or disinterest. The physical act of leaning forward mirrors the mental inclination to absorb and process the speaker's words attentively. Mirroring gestures. Subtly mirroring the speaker's gestures or body language establishes rapport and a profound sense of connection. This nonverbal technique fosters a positive communicative environment by creating an unspoken alignment between the listener and the speaker. Mirroring gestures accentuate shared understanding, contributing to a harmonious exchange of ideas. Minimal encouragers. Providing subtle verbal cues such as hum or I see represents a verbal extension of nonverbal attentiveness. These minimal encouragers serve to reinforce the speaker's message, assuring them of the listener's active engagement and encouragement to continue sharing. Verbal affirmations, when seamlessly integrated, enhance the communicative flow without overshadowing the speaker's voice. Avoiding distractions. Minimizing distractions, such as putting away electronic devices, is a proactive nonverbal strategy that demonstrates respect for the speaker and a committed dedication to focused listening. By eliminating external disruptions, the listener creates an environment that prioritizes the speaker's message, reinforcing the value placed on the ongoing conversation. Paraphrasing. Periodically summarizing or paraphrasing the speaker's points constitutes both a verbal and nonverbal technique for attentive listening. This practice confirms understanding, validates the speaker's thoughts and feelings, and promotes clarity in communication. Nonverbal cues, such as a nod or an affirming expression, complement the verbal act of paraphrasing, reinforcing the listener's commitment to active engagement. Avoiding interrupting. Refraining from interrupting the speaker while they are talking is a nonverbal manifestation of respect for the speaker's flow of communication. By allowing the speaker to express thoughts without disruption, the listener sends a clear signal of regard for the speaker's narrative and a commitment to a collaborative exchange of ideas. These nonverbal techniques collectively form a repertoire for attentive listening, enriching the communicative experience and fostering positive relationships. When employed with intentionality, these cues transcend the limitations of words, creating a communicative dance where speakers feel heard, understood, and valued. As we navigate the intricate landscape of human interaction, let us recognize the profound impact that nonverbal techniques wield in shaping the dynamics of attentive listening and effective communication. As we conclude our exploration into the intricate realm of effective listening skills, it is evident that attentive listening transcends the mere act of hearing. It embodies a commitment to understanding, connecting, and fostering meaningful dialogue. The nonverbal techniques we've uncovered, such as maintaining eye contact, nodding, using facial expressions, and adopting an open posture, serve as powerful instruments in this symphony of communication. In a world bustling with constant chatter, the ability to truly listen becomes a rare and invaluable skill. Effective listening is not just a passive reception of words, it is an active, empathetic engagement with the thoughts, emotions, and nuances embedded within the spoken or unspoken messages. Let us carry forward the wisdom gained today, weaving the tapestry of our communication with the threads of patience, empathy, and respect. By embracing these qualities and honing our nonverbal techniques, we empower ourselves to be not just hearers but authentic listeners, individuals capable of building bridges of understanding, fostering trust, and contributing to the enrichment of relationships, both personal and professional. As you step into your next conversation, remember the profound impact that effective listening can have. Whether in academic pursuits, professional endeavors, or personal relationships, the art of listening stands as a beacon guiding us towards deeper connections, resolving conflicts, and achieving collaborative success. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of effective listening skills. May your newfound insights empower you to become not just a speaker but a masterful listener, creating a world where every word spoken finds a genuine and attentive audience. Until next time, keep listening, keep connecting, and keep thriving in the art of effective communication.